All right, here we go. Who I got with me? All right, hey, great man, how you doing this morning? Good to see you. Oops, darn it. How you doing, great man? Trying to get the chat window open. It did not want to cooperate. Come on down in here, you guys. Come on. Hey, old man. Good to see ya. Ah, darn it. Just about had it. Going good for me. How's it going for you, old man? Should be using a mouse, but I don't know where the hell it is. Ugh. There it is right there. Okay. Now I'll get this thing working right. Hey, good morning, volunteer. How are you? Good to see you. Trying to get this chat window to cooperate. There we go. Now maybe it'll work right. Get the right tools. We're going to have koi for lunch. How are you guys doing this morning? Hey, how you doing, Corsair? Good to see ya. Hey, how you doing, Keith? I'll try to get you guys' names written down, so. As hard as I try to have it all ready when I get going, is I just can't quite get it all together. Let's see. Old man. Gray man. Shiloh. So you got any snow up there, Gray man? You guys hear me okay? Have I got the microphone working okay for you guys? Testing, yep, it's working. You're gonna be where? Where are you gonna be at, Keith? Oh, okay, you're gonna be in the high 20s. Now I understand it. Hey, Mike Gilbert, how you doing? I know your first time here. We just got supporting you the other day, I remember. How are you this morning? Good to see you. It's good to see Volunteer, too. Hey, Thomas, how you doing? Good to see you. Got problems with the audio? How about the rest of you guys? It says here I'm doing okay. We're still in the green. Low, starting to get the lower temps. You can hear? Yeah, I thought so, because I have a meter that tells me how my thing is. Need to turn yours up a little bit, Keith. You had to crank your headphones? Well, I'm not going to talk any louder because otherwise I'll be yelling at the dogs. "46 and sunny in Southern California. Probably up around the 70s today there, huh? Oh man, no bananas? Oh my goodness. I'd give you one of mine, but I can't reach through there. It won't, my arm's not long enough. 38 and sunny in Tennessee, y'all. Popcorn. Yeah, they sell popcorn instead of cookies. The girls sell the cookies and the boys sell popcorn. I don't know how many buckets of that stuff I had to sell over the years. I think they sell the popcorn after the cookies too, if I remember right. It's been a couple of years now, 2, 3 years, but I think the girls sell their cookies and then the boys come right behind them with the popcorn. What's too hot for you? 38? 43 and dark, huh? Must be overcast today, old man. I hope I got over to the right site there, Volunteer, and got you subscribed. There was a few volunteer outdoors, and I just tried to pick the one by the icon. So hopefully I got the right one. You may want to go in there and check your sub list to make sure that it was the right one I got. Yeah, it is kind of coming together, huh? A little of this, a little of that. You keep the computer working, that's the biggest part. You went ice fishing? What'd you get? Did you get anything? The wind was blowing hard. Hey, Tam Bear, how you doing there? Good to see you. I'm having coffee and popsicles. What are you having? I gotta have the coffee to warm up my mouth. Everything was biting, even the cold, huh? What do y'all get out of there in the wintertime, Gray Man? The same stuff as you do in the summer? You guys got any like walleye or anything like that in there? Oh, some walleye. I love catching those things, especially in the wintertime. Freezing rain last night, Tam. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Their chickadees are probably standing on one leg. Oh, you got pike too? Don't get your fingers in their mouths. Remember, you guys, if you don't know each other by now, make sure that you're supporting one another. Planting your flowers already? It's only January. You only got 4 months before you can plant them. You guys got your seeds put away for hard times, right? In case SHTF happens. You're gonna need them. I buy a few every year. From Zero to Homestead, welcome this morning. Try to get that put away so I can add some names to the list. We're just talking about weather across the United States or wherever you're from. Don't forget to check everybody out while you're in here and smash that like button. Hey, how you doing, Virginia? Hey, good to see you. I've got two of these living room images here, but I only got to put one of them up. It takes time to put them together. It takes about an hour per. Man, we really haven't had any snow at all here this year. That's kind of unusual. I live right in the smack dab middle of the United States, and I'm telling you, it really gets cold here in the wintertime. Usually by this time of year, we got a couple of feet of snow on the ground. Well, I see you're talking about. You must be talking about one of your kids playing in the dirt. I don't see. I don't think you're playing in the dirt, Tam. Thought we needed a picture of just the living room so we could sit and drink your coffee. Eh, yep, that's right, Tam Bear. When I was still able to work, I always rotated between welding and excavation. So if I couldn't find a job as a welder, I could always find a job as a machine operator on a backhoe or a track hoe or something like that. I know all about that playing in the dirt. Yeah, welding's what done me in. That's what they told me anyway. My lungs are hashed out. Oh yeah, landscape construction is really good. Yeah, you know a lot of guys. You gotta be pretty good at running that little bitty equipment. You know, a lot of those guys where I worked at most of the time in construction, those landscapers were right there with us, and they had to run the equipment too. They had to get their beauty bark or topsoil or whatever into the flower beds and stuff. Oh yeah, I'm telling you that vision. I didn't wear glasses though for a long time. I made it through about 20, oh, a little over 20 years before it ever got me. Oh yeah, that's right. 60-10, 70-18, right on. Yep. That 60-10's pretty harsh stuff because it's got to stick to the darn metal when you're upside down. Sound like gray man know how to weld too. Yeah, no kidding. That's what I always wanted, Tam. I had a house built from the ground up one time, and shoot, my boss, he would just let me bring the backhoe home, use it for whatever I needed over the weekend. Kind of cool about that, he was. Hey, Kinjal, how are you? E. Ortiz, welcome. How are you guys doing this morning? Good to see you. Where are you guys from? I don't recognize those names. Is that called Dizzy or Dizzy? Yeah, that 7018 will lay down a not really nice, clean looking bead for sure. You got that right, Mike. Where are you from at, Mike? I know just about where everybody in here is from except the new people. I've lived all across the United States as a child. My dad put in the missiles that are supposed to be our defense system. So I got to travel around a lot. You owned a welding company, Gray Man? The Crypto Man, how are ya? Good to see you, buddy. Gas and a coat hanger. Hell, I've been there, buddy. I know all about that. Yeah, I've been around Huntsville. You've used oxyacetylene welding? Yeah. When I went to school, that's what they teach you. They teach you to start with that stuff there. Or they did when I did it anyway. When I got out of the military, I went to school to weld. As we get older, it seems like we have been all over the place. People, I was reading an article the other day that said that most folks, they move 11 times in their lifetime, up to 11 times, they said. I just looked at him, shook my head because, gosh, I moved about every 6 to 9 months when I was growing up. That's all it took for him to get those missiles in the ground and off to the next one. Hey, thanks a lot, Tim. Yeah, I was telling the other guys, that come in here, it takes about an hour to set a screen up that you run during your stream and stuff. It takes about an hour. I don't know, I probably got 10 or so uh, pages of different things, so it takes a long time. That way I can switch back through them and change them up a little bit here and there. It's hard to learn, and then after you learn, it's really easy. It's one of those things. I was beating my head against the wall learning how to do the green screen until a little guy got in my head that is out here on YouTube, and he just walked me through it step by step, and I thought, well, Jesus, I don't know how I missed that. Pretty soon, here it is. You got a whole thing up there. Oh, you're from out on the East Coast, Keith? How'd you ever end up in Indiana? Isn't that right, huh? You get the house in the back of your mind, but then you start working on the outside of it, Tam. That's how I was when I was doing heavy equipment and doing underground utilities and stuff like that. I'd be sitting out there on the backhoe all day long digging those ditches. You don't even have to think after a while doing it. So I would sit up there and think about what I could do to my yard. What can I take the backhoe home for and do in my yard this weekend? Type of stuff, things you think about when you're younger. You've been across the equator twice, so you must have your polywog thing, huh? Sacramento Paranormal. Good morning. Hey, Dad Perfect. Welcome to you as well. Good to see you guys here. Yeah, there's two of you. Dad Perfect. You guys see me writing down these names of these new people? It's how we come up with the names for our Saturday night drawing. Everybody that comes into the Wednesday morning chat gets their name into a kitty. And Saturday night when I do the live stream, we pull a name out of the hat. Thanks, Dad. I appreciate it. What kind of work you do? Yeah, the strong ones live through it there, Keith. Oh, a nurse practitioner. All right, cool. We'll break away from the folks there at the clinic, huh? Right on. Oh, thank you. Coy. I saw that image when I was looking for new images to run on my green screen, and I just kind of, you click things together as you're doing your thing. Oh, shoot, that would look good on my green screen. Oh, shoot, that would look good on my green screen. Yeah, I hear you there, Dad. That's got to be a pretty hard profession. People don't think so, but it's got to be pretty darn hard. Put on that smiley face every day, no matter what. There you go, old man. I thought you would start talking when they started talking about that equator. You've been in the corner back there just soaking it all in. I know you. Oh, you enjoy doing it? That's a plus right there, Dad. A lot of people don't like what they do. I'm pretty glad y'all decided to stop in this morning. I was him-hawing around. I couldn't breathe too good. I didn't know if I was going to come on, but you know, when I don't get to come on, I don't. Seems I don't have a good day. Hey, Caribou, how you doing? Great to see you this morning. How are you? Cute, not cut. Yeah, I got two dogs, two ankle biter dogs too. It's funny to watch them. It's like one won't do until the other one does, you know? Or one will do first and then the other one will come and do the same thing. Almost like they're tripping over each other. All right, you get to go out and get in trouble while the fiance goes and pounds it out. Great job. Oh, you got a black pug? Yeah, mine aren't purebred, but tell you what, they can get into some trouble sometimes. They know exactly when they get in trouble, they head right for that kennel. I got one, uh, he's a wiener dog. He's a dachshund, but he's also part, I'm thinking, maybe, shoot, I can't think of the name, but he's like a camo dog, only he's a dachshund. So I think he has some, shoot, what are those brindle looking dogs called? He's got that brindle color, but he's a dachshund. You be careful taking those meds there, volunteer. You have two rat terriers? I bet that's quite the pair, huh? I bet they get going pretty good, huh? Oh man, we're doing good this morning. That's the CPU is doing just perfect. All the things you have to watch when you got that pretty picture up there. I like your husband already. He says if you're not weird, you don't fit in the family. She keeps him in her mouth forever. I got one dog. He plays with his food. He comes and gets it out of the bowl. Then he walks about halfway across the kitchen and then takes it and actually takes his head like this and throws it. Throws the food that's in his mouth across the floor. and then goes and picks it up and eats each piece, one piece at a time. Hey, Kyle, how you doing? Good to see you. You must be home now, huh? You were on quite the trip there, bud. You home or you still out running around? You're back now? Yeah, your shirt has been mailed out. I don't know if you've got it yet. But excuse me, it did ship. Well, why don't you think that, Thomas? You're going to eat a warm egg after it's been refrigerated? Not enough information there. Says, I don't think eggs have to always be refrigerated to survivalists. If they've been in the refrigerator once, I would think, trying to put my head around it, but I would think that if you've refrigerated them once, you've got to keep refrigerating them. Heck, I was watching Destination Unknown or whatever that show's called, and they were eating these eggs that had the chickens still in them. Hey, Kaylin, how you doing? Good to see you come by. That was pretty disgusting looking watching them eat those chickens that were inside the eggs. Hell, you could see the wings and the head and the neck and everything. You seen vests that vets wear, heavily medicated for your protection. You won't see that on any vest. You're not in that category? Well, there are some guys that came back kind of messed up from Iraq. My ex got put together with one of those guys. You got stores that sell those kind of eggs? Yuck. I haven't seen the duck ones. They just had chicken ones, and those were gross. And one guy hurled that ate his. You know, that Josh Gates or whatever his name is on that show? They pretty much ralphed after they ate theirs. So why you still scream? Your ear, is that your hearing then, Rayman? Duck eggs are supposed to be pretty rich. Balutes, is that what they're called? The eggs with the chicken in them? Balutes. How do you store eggs without electricity? Well, you probably try to keep them in a cool, dark area. Be my guess. That would be a guess, but probably a pretty good guess. Yeah, duck meat is kind of greasy, I think. You screamed at people? That made you talk loud? Wow. You have the same problem, Keith? Velu? Velu? Well, all I know for sure was it was gross looking. Chefs love cooking in duck fat. Buck and, or duck and goose. I thought you said buck. Shift. That's funny, Mike. Yeah, I don't care for duck meat either. I used to go duck hunting all the time, but I usually gave the ducks away because I just wanted the sport of going out and hunting because I didn't really care for the way the meat tasted. Where do you get that stuff at, Keith? You don't hunt, fish, or trap without using it? Yeah, that's probably a good thing to think about. But I was young and dumb when I did mine. I would go out and hunt it. I wouldn't just leave it lay. I would make sure that I would give it to somebody that would eat it. Just how I was, just how I was taught. You don't hunt or trap, but you fish. What you catch goes back in the drink. Yep, pretty much how I do it too anymore. I just like it to catch them. I guess to go out and just spend some time on a nice, quiet area of the world like a lake and fish. I'm a catch and release kind of guy. Well, I don't know if I could say that. If it's big enough, I'll probably keep it. I know when I caught my first sturgeon, I uh, actually kept that because he was 48 inches long. I'd never caught a fish that big before. You trap fish and hunt? You must live in a out of the way place, or have access to that sort of thing where you can do that. You wanted to keep the carp. Carp aren't very good to eat. I don't care for carp. If I caught a carp, usually I would just take it and cut it up and use it as bait. Makes good bait for catfish. Pigeon eggs. I've heard those are good. I've never tried them. I don't know where the frog is. Usually he's around. He must not be feeling too hot. Yeah, I'm with you, Crayman. I just could not eat a carp. There's no way. Some people were telling me that you can deep, deep pressure cook them, put them in a cooker and cook the hell out of them, and then they taste pretty good, but I'm not sure I want to try it that way. Arlington National Cemetery would be a good investigation for sure. Yeah, that's what I always used it for. Was just cut bait for the scavenge fish. You know, sturgeon, catfish, things like that. Sturgeon actually like sand shrimp, or they did do where I used to live anyway. You've never eaten carp, or you'd never eat it. I'd never eat it. I don't care what you tell me. I just wouldn't be able to eat it. I would think that it would be a tough meat too. Just it's a garbage fish. You have deer pest problems. Well, you can. Don't they have a law where you can kill those things if they're a pest? Pigeon peep. So what, you get in trouble for eating pigeon? Is that what you're saying, old man? All right, Kyle. Thanks for coming by, buddy. You have a good day, Kyle. Pigeon scat, seagulls. How about the seagulls? We used to give, when I was younger, we used to give the seagulls a tablet of, the heck is it, Alka-Seltzer? That'll tear them up pretty good, kills them dead. Even if the pigeon's dead, you get in trouble. That's right, Keith. They gotta catch you. Pigeon is probably a delicacy. In Europe, you know, they're probably a delicacy. You saw that message I sent you, right, Keith? I sent you that attachment of the voicemail. Oh yeah, they'll let you do whatever you want with them. It's your property anyway, great man. They should let you do whatever you want. See as how you live out there so far, you know. Toss a fish tied to a long monofilament line. It'd be like a kite. You'd have a kite there, old man. You've killed more deer with a truck than a gun. That's pretty darn thick out there then. You have a dozen on one string. That'd be like a box kite then, right? Your father-in-law hit 2 deer? It didn't hurt his truck? Last time I hit a deer, it took the whole front end off my car. The deer are suicidal. You guys must go through a lot of cars out there then. Or have some big ass grass catchers, brush catchers on the front of your trucks. Well, yeah, Mike, anything will taste good enough if you put enough seasoning on it. I bet you could make a. Let me check to make sure we have adults only in here. You could probably make a shit sandwich if you put enough good stuff on it. I haven't really tried that one there, old man. I used to do the Alka-Seltzer trick all the time. I actually got in trouble for it once because we weren't paying attention to who was around us, and one of them was a game warden. Hey, Amber and John, how you doing? Good to see you, Amber. We were just talking about deer, people living out in the country. You live out in the country, don't you? We were talking about all kinds of pesky animals. You must have a big old Dodge. You got a Cummins in there. Yeah, we've been talking about all kinds of road kills and stuff like that. Try to catch up on what's going on. I'm not thinking he's gonna blow his gray man cover there, Keith. You must have one of the old ones then, before they started making those high flute and front ends on them, huh? Yeah. Gray Man was saying they got so many deer out there, Amber, that they just kind of take whatever they need year round. We're talking about pigeons, eating pigeons, and oh man, we've just been all over the board today. Your Chevy half-ton got a little messed up, I suppose. I hit one with a F-150. Took the whole front end out just about. Of course, I was going pretty fast, too. You don't have a brush guard on there then, Keith? I have not heard from Jerry one bit. I sent him a couple of text messages. I'm thinking he doesn't want to be found. Maybe he got just too busy to be able to do YouTube. He's an electrician of sorts. Last time I talked to him, he was in Denver, and he lives in West Virginia. Oh yeah, them Ford F-150s are pretty tough trucks, actually. I put a new radiator in there after I hit that big old doe, and heck, I got a few more miles out of the damn thing. Hey, how you doing, Harshman? Good to see you, buddy. Glad to see you dropped in. Ford is they get a lot of guff, but they are a tough pickup. Yeah, I saw you creep in there, Harshman. We're talking about hitting deer with vehicles. Funny thing is, I went to get that darn deer after I hit it. I went back after I got my buddy's truck. We went back to get the deer. The deer was gone. I think somebody piled it in their truck and took off with it. Oh man, a moose challenging a freight train? If I was that freight train, I would have been scared. Those things do a lot of damage if they're pissed off. Power Strokes can't were a pretty good truck for Fords, and the one I had was pre 1980s. Mine was a '76. It was a tough old truck. I put it through hell. Worst thing I ever did was loan it to my brother-in-law. He wrapped it around a telephone pole and totaled it out. Oh, mine was an F-150, not even a Ranger. It's a good truck. Got me around pretty good. I put it through hell. All right, Harshman. Have a good day, buddy. Guess he didn't like talking about cars. Oh yeah, I'm looking back up the chat there. Mike says he hit a Doa with a Ford Tempo one time, and it went. He went for a ride of his lifetime. I would imagine hitting a deer in a Ford Tempo would be like taking a gun and playing Russian roulette. Jimmy's make a pretty good truck too. Yep. It didn't damage the engine, huh? The moose must have lost. Oh man, that must have cut that moose in half, huh? Chicken enchiladas and grande burritos. Man, you must eat on the cheap. Yep, I bet so, old man. Oh, you like Jeeps, Gray Man? Tempos do not like wet roads. No, I had one tempo in my life, and I wasn't real impressed with it. They're kind of gutless for power, and then they not built very well. Rubicon? Yeah, those Rubicons are pretty sweet. Your wife took it over? Well, they gotta look good too, you know. Yeah, I drive a Jeep too. It's just a little one, 6-cylinder. GMC's all I used to drive. That and a Dodge. I had a Dodge Ram for a long time. All right, welcome back, Amber. Yeah, my little one gets around pretty good in the snow. I like it because it's on the fly. I don't have to get out and turn those darn hubs or anything. Is that one that you wrecked right away after you got it, Gray Man? Remember you said a couple of weeks ago, I think, that you got it and she totaled it or something right after she got it? You got that right, Keith. I don't know. It sounds like she likes that Jeep pretty good. C10 Chevy. Chevys are good cars. I think most of the big four automakers are pretty good cars. They've learned their lesson over the years, and they keep trying to improve it. The only thing is, I don't get about it is they make all these new trucks and they charge you almost the cost of a house for the darn thing. And then they make them out of that cheap plastic or thin carbide metal or whatever, to make them lighter. So now you've got a fast vehicle that, if it hits anything, will disintegrate. I have been great, Amber. Thanks for asking. How is your hubby doing? Yeah, K5 is a good truck. Suburban, it's not very well. I think Suburbans are gas hogs. Yeah, I wanted a Raptor too when they first came out, but man, the price was way out there. But man, they looked like a tough truck, didn't they? They looked like they'd go over anything. Some of those new trucks are up to $100,000. Hell, you could buy a house for $100,000. Uh-oh. Did I miss you? Uh-oh. Yep, now I see you. Good morning, Miss Sue. How are you? I am so sorry I missed you. Oh, I see you way up there now. 10:12, you said. I will. I can't stay long. The boss has piled tons of work on my. You know what? And I have no help today. Great. Job security, Sue. Just think of it as job security. I thought bosses were supposed to take part of the work when their workers called in sick or whatever. Ford Lariats, I've never had one, but I've heard they're pretty good trucks. Not there, huh, Sue? You gotta have some places that just don't want to conform. First thing you did was drive it off the field into some snow. No kidding. I don't understand how they even can charge that much money for a brand new truck, but you know, you gotta look at it. The trucks nowadays are not just regular trucks anymore. They build the insides as nice as a car, and outside is looks like a truck. So you're actually buying two cars for 100,000, a car and a truck all in one. She'd go out and play in the mud with it, Gray Man. Is that what you're saying? She'd go out and tear up things. Yeah, new truck prices are crazy. I don't get it. Just because you got an extra 8 feet sticking out the back end of it doesn't mean it's worth another 50,000. Oh, you've got a good one there, Amber. 97s were tanks, man. You could probably drive that thing off the edge of the earth and it would survive. Trucks will get you where you want to go, Keith. But why the heck do they cost so much? All right, Susie. Go get something done and then come back. We'll be here for a while longer. Probably till 11:30 or 12. About my time. Yeah, your GMC. Should be a good tank. 97. A horse show, yeah. 120,000 for a pickup. It's unreal. I don't get it. Why do they do that? Because they can? That's what I was saying. Tell that boss of yours, Sue, to help you out a little bit. You never did say, Keith, did you get that attachment I sent to you? I think I tried to text it to you. That voicemail I got from Arnie the other day. I think he sent me a picture of your tomahawk too. Want to see it? I think I have it. Let's see. Well, there's your tomahawk. Alright, see if I can get you to see this. Can you see it, Keith? Crayons and cookies and coloring books. That's what I read. Crayons and coloring books. Hello. How are you this morning? Darn it. Sorry, you guys. I gotta do this again. This thing popped back out. It's all my own fault, too. Just trying to see what Keith was saying. Pop the chat back in. There we go. Oh, so where did he say the knives are? He said that they got sent back to him because he didn't have enough postage on them, which I don't understand, but I don't see how that delivery company would let them send them without the right postage on them. But that is kind of a nice little tomahawk, Keith. Yeah. Been waiting a very long time. I've been waiting to get them as well. But that is a nice looking tomahawk. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. That's going to be called the Cronkahawk. Cronkahawk. Or that's what he called it anyway. Spirit in the sky. How are you? Good to see you. Remember, you guys, don't forget to hit that like button and to support everyone in the room. Sharing's caring. I don't know either, Keith. Hold on a minute, you guys. Talk for a second. Almost cut the green screen down. All right. Hey, Kentucky, how you doing? Good to see ya. Must have came in when I had to go let the dogs out. Okay, try to catch up here. Oh, I'm back too, old man. I was gone. Oh, I am good, Kentucky. Thanks for asking. You got your popsicles yet, old man? Hey, how you doing, John? Good to see you. Hey, how you doing, Mike? It's good to see you, buddy. I tried to call you yesterday. You didn't answer your darn phone. Sick as a dog. Hey, John, guess what? I am finally getting close. Wouldn't do any good to answer it anyway. Well, that doesn't mean that you can't text me once in a while. You found knives in the attic of your house? Wow. And they're still there? Oh, you did 3 times yesterday? I answered them. Hey, how you doing, Hooples? Good to see you, buddy. Must have a day off, eh? All right, old man, where's your popsicle at? What's the topic today, John, in your uh, this day in history thing? You know what you should start doing in those live streams, John? You should whatever part of the history you're gonna talk about. Oh, you're not gonna go live today? Whatever part of history you're gonna talk about that day, you should dress in that attire. So that when you come on camera and everybody sees you, they know how far back there that you're gonna talk to them about. Anybody seen the frog round? Up to sexy content. There you go. Oh, you've not been well either, Spirit in the Sky? You'd have to live at the thrift store, John. You'd be there every day. Oh, the wife still won't let you have any, huh? Am I going to have to send them to you? I could mail some to you, I suppose. Yeah, there's another one missing too. He's MIA too. You got him a new camera, so he's probably trying to figure it all out. Did you go to the doctor like I told you to, Walker? Thanks for coming by, Hoop. That H1N1's bad this year. I went and got me a darn flu shot because I was afraid of it. Getting old people problems. Watch how you talk. I'm an old people too. Oh, your wife's been sick too? Shoot. You guys really need to get to the doctor. Oh man, that sounds painful, Spirit. That sucks. Osteo pain? Oh my. Thanks, John. Appreciate that, buddy. How come no stream today? Taking a break? I know they're all super viruses anymore. They just kind of guess on the vaccine they give out, and they hope it helps a little bit. Oh, you take Wednesdays off. Okay. We all got to take our day off. I take mine on Sunday. Man, that's gotta suck for you, Walker. You like talking too much. Yeah, that's probably the only way he's gonna get there, Keith. I've been threatening him for over a week now, and he's still not gone. Keeps telling me he's gonna go, but never does get around to it. You know what? I hate doctors too, but when you don't feel good, you don't feel good. What kind of fur baby, Amber? You're not on foot, your wife's got a car. There you go, trying to make up them darn excuses again. Oh, you got a German Shepherd mix? Oh, those are good dogs. Depends on what the mix is in it, though. I had a German Shepherd slash Wolf that was a pretty decent dog. We had him for quite a few years. He was as smart as a whip. Yep, I'm gonna kiss your white ass, alright. You keep it up, old man. Some folks, when they get too sick to go to the doctor, just are afraid to go. Are you telling me you're yellow? German Shepherd Lab? Labs aren't known to be too bright, but I suppose the German Shepherd could take over. Oh, kid woke up. Everybody say good morning, Dustin.
Morning, everyone.
I got doggies going over here.
You got more dogs?
I got more doggies than you got. All right, back to normal. They were just passing through. Hey, Sue, you came back. Get to class. He don't have to go back till next week. I don't get it. The high school's already gone back, but he still gets an extra week off. I don't get it. I'm gonna snap that whip for you, Sue. Around to it, yeah. Yep, I've had around to it before. Yeah, he says he likes that college life. He said it's nothing like high school. Said you go and you do your own thing and then you get out of there. You hear that, Walker? Somebody yelling at you besides me. 8 hour days? You know what? He goes, let's see, he goes probably about 4 or 5 hours a day. Yeah, well, he did the midterms. He said he thinks he did pretty good on them, but we'll see when finals roll around. He's taking shit that he likes, so he's been around it his whole life. So he's taking computer science. So he's hoping to get a job with his cousin at Microsoft. So cross your fingers. Yeah, you go ahead and yell at Walker all you want. I've been trying to do it for a while. He won't get her done. You'd rather pay all that money in for all that good insurance so that he doesn't have to go to the doctor. Yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of you to find out about all that stuff, but you won't answer your phone or answer my text. You can't talk to text and just squeak it through there? Had to go to the prepper's room, hope everything came out okay. Hey, Spirit in the Sky, I live in the middle of the United States, Nebraska. Only lived here for 3 years. Will be 3 years in June, I guess. I'm actually a West Coaster. Yep, you are. You are getting a coffee mug. I just have to figure out if I want to have it come here so I can goose it up for you with all those colors that you want on it or not. May have to tie dye it. Oh, let's see what it is here. Beautiful 21 degrees and sunny skies. Y'all forget to smash that like button on me. I better check up on you guys. Let's see. Good job, good job. Oh, look at that darn, all them dogs. Holy cow. I know you gave me three colors, three choices of colors, and I'm trying to figure out if I want to tie-dye it or not. That way I know I get the right color on there for you. Oh, you put my sticker on your throwaway pistol case? Oh, great. So when you throw it away, everybody's going to know who I am, right? You hear that, Walker? Did you get all that? You're looking for somebody to dye your down comforter? You can't do it yourself? Come on. You just put all the little rubber bands on it and take it down to the dry cleaners, have them run it through. No hippie tie-dye, huh? Come on. Live a little. I still got the email. I'm going to look for a ship put on the darn thing. It'd be called the USS JITP. You don't know crud, Walker. Yeah, there you go. Use the washing machine and the laundromat. There you go. That way you don't have to ruin your own washing machine. What are you talking about, vodka drinker? You don't drink vodka, Walker. Oh, you have to live with your wife. Okay. She gonna drink out of it too then? Is that what you're telling me? That'd be a good question there, Gray Man, but you know what? If you got a bug out vehicle, it should all fit in there, shouldn't it? You don't need any blankets, you'll just need food, right? Hell, there for a while, I think the prepping community, they were all talking about making these prepper trailers. Did you get in on any of that? They're all going to make these big long trailers that'll carry all their foodstuffs. Some of the stuff they come up with. Irish, French, and Scottish. Is that tell them that you were uh, able to take care of yourself? You have what? You have a trailer? Is that what you're telling me? I wouldn't pay for it anyway, Kentucky. I don't believe I paid for. Well, if you look at it from one point of view, I guess you could say you pay for it all your whole life, one way or the other. You're just gonna step out the door and shoot your food, Walker. Only thing is, all your neighbors are gonna be thinking that. Oh, you have a trailer that's always packed and loaded, huh? So what's it packed and loaded with? Walker has eggs every day, Spirit. Mr. Walker and I are pretty good friends, and he has eggs for breakfast every morning. He likes his eggs. Your pansy ass neighbor's right. You gonna call Capper outdoors a pansy? He's taller than you are by far. See, there, Walker, all Gray Man's neighbors are family and friends. He knows how to get along. Oh, you got everything on there? You got food and water and clothing and hatchets and axes and nails and screws and all that good stuff on one little trailer? Oh, they're going to come take yours away from you, Walker, that new law. Hey, Lou, how you doing? That's right. We all have to, Lou. One way or the other, we all pay for it. Men and women alike. If they got it in one city, Walker, it won't take long and it'll be statewide. You know that. Why are you glad they're on the East Coast, old man? Inside the city limits? What makes you think that? You think that the people that are trying to escape the city won't be looking to gather up supplies along the way? Probably will. They're gonna jump in their little hot shot $100,000 trucks and cars, and they're gonna head out into the country, and they're gonna try to find something that they can commandeer. Your trailer might just be one of those things. Because you just think about that, gray man. Some of those hotheads that live in the city are going to get in their little souped up 4x4s that think that their shit don't stink. They're going to head out into the countryside thinking that they can just stop and take whatever they want because there'll be a world without rule of law. You're not going anywhere. Well, most people probably won't, Walker. In reality, most people won't. Most people will stay put because they won't know what's going on. Not unless there's some sort of communication, that lets everybody know, hey, you've been nuked, or hey, guess what? They stopped the grid, or something like that. Yeah, you keep telling me about this group you've got, Gray Man. They're not going to take my stuff. I'm like you. They better have a lot of people to come and take it because I'm not just giving it up. Oh yeah, you know what, Spirit in the Sky? I love talking about this part about the top 1% people that think that they have to keep us down here in the lower areas of what they call middle class. To them is even poverty. And I watched a thing on TV, and then I read some articles online. And the richest rich people are buying property outside the United States or even their countries if they live somewhere else. And then after they buy the property, they have bunkers put into them. They pay to have these extravagant bunkers so that when all hell breaks loose, when they finally squeeze this for every dime that they can possibly squeeze out of us, to the point where everybody is going to be at each other's throat and start actually trying to kill each other, then they'll just run away to their little bunker houses and just stay there until they think it's safe. Well, some of these countries in outside the United States have caught on to what they're doing, and what they've done is they've made it so that foreigners, people from other countries, ours included, can't come there and buy a property and whatnot because it drives their property costs up. Excuse me. So these other countries are catching on, and they're telling them, "Hey, you can't be doing that anymore," you know. So the biggest country I heard the problem was in is the Netherlands. Is that so many rich people have come there and put up bunkers and stuff, bought property and put in bunkers, that it's driven the property value way up, where the local people can't afford to even buy a house in there. So, excuse me. That's why these other countries are starting not to let people buy their property anymore. Walker, let me ask you a simple question, and this isn't to cause any problems or anything. It's just everybody wants this wall. Now, I've been into several conversations with people, and how would you like to be one of those people that live down on the border and you barely make ends meet, even as being a dirt farmer, you know? And then they come along and they say, hey, we're going to be building a wall right along this area right here, and we need that property. They're going to take, I don't know, probably quite a few acres so that they can get this so-called wall built, right? Well, if they don't settle for the price that they're given, they'll just go in there and they'll confiscate it. So that is really like real democracy, or really protecting your republic, when you're allowing your government to go in and acquire the land necessary to build this darn wall. Everybody wants everybody to own land to be able to vote, but they never think about having to have their land personally taken away from them by their own government so that they can build a stinking wall. So if you live down there on the border, along where they want to stick that wall, in the back of your head, you're going to be thinking, how much of my land are they going to take from me? Well, Gray Man sits there and says anybody that comes and tries to take anything that belongs to him, he's going to shoot them dead. Well, what do you think those folks down there are thinking? You know, I believe that we need to tighten our borders, but I do not believe in the wall. There's other ways to protect our borders other than a stinking wall. That's all I'm going to say about it. But I know if you guys had property down there, you wouldn't want to be giving it away just for a stinking wall if that's not what you believed in. Gray Man, you don't know shit. You just sat there and told me that if anybody came to take your stuff, you're going to shoot them. Now you're turning around and saying it the other way. Make up your mind. Yeah, they are. Indeed, they are. And most of those people that live down there along the border put water out for those people that come across. So they don't have a problem with it. Better get your facts straight. How come they're not building a wall between the United States and Canada, Gray Man? Everybody wants a stinking wall, but they only want it on the south. Hold on, I'm running out of battery here. I've got to switch around, so you guys hold on. Excuse me. All right. About lost my power. My argument is invalid. Well, you know, I sit here and listen to your stuff. You should have to listen to mine. You show me where they're not taking property. I'll be glad to listen to you, but the people that live down there know what's going on. Oh, I agree with you there, Kentucky Survival. I'm not going to talk about it anymore, you guys. I'm not going to convince you, and you're not going to convince me. Oh, it was jumpy because I was plugging it in, Kaylin. I can change it. Let's make a different scene. Let's see. About lake. Let's go to the lake. You think what you want, Gray Man. You feel what you want. Your feelings are hurt? I doubt that. Hey, Gray, how you doing? Good to see you. Well, yeah, they probably do have the roads in there and stuff already, old man. I agree with that. And yeah, there is probably a right of way too. Doesn't make it right though. They don't need 2,000 miles of stinking wall. We're moving backwards when we start thinking in that area. Hey, there he is. How you doing, Uncle? Good to see you. We were wondering if you were going to make it in this morning. Yeah, it's okay, Gray Man. That's why I try not to talk about it either. Somebody brought it up farther up the chat, so I just got my 2 cents worth in. Was going to drop it, but it didn't work out so good, did it? You're having a tough morning now, Uncle? I'm sorry about that, bud. Yeah, Mr. 1107 decided to show up. Glad he did. I don't remember calling anybody stupid. Oh, yeah, you were talking about your kid's battery. Or maybe it was your battery. It's okay, Gray Man. Everybody just has their own opinion. I hate new cars too. I like how they drive, but to work on them is a pain in the butt. Like my girlfriend's car didn't start one day when she was at work, so I just went and picked her up. I went back over there later and I was gonna just give it a jump start, but it's hard to jump start a brand new car anymore. They have too much stuff in the way for you to get to it. Well, fishing pole don't cost much, Kaylin. Go get one down at the Walmart. Looks like they've got some fish in there. Did you see them jumping? That looked like a good bass pond. If Walker's still in here, he could probably tell you how to take care of that battery, Uncle Al. Well, I'd say from the cattails, probably just a guess would be bass, perch, and bluegill. Yeah, I love to trout fish too. I got spoiled living in Washington because you can fish for so many sport fish that sometimes you forget about the little guys. Yeah, maybe not the seals and the rangers, but we have technology that can cover that wall. We'd probably be sorry that we did that too, but if we don't have a starting point, then and I think a wall is not the right starting point. It's my opinion. Yeah, you can, gray man. You get those little kiddie poles down at Walmart for 15, I think. You know, that'd be big enough for a lake like this. Just get one of those little spinners. Just kind of toss it out there. Doom, doom. That picture there kind of makes me want it to be spring again. The cold killed your old battery. It don't get cold there, Uncle. Yeah, it's just the way the politics are. The Democrats actually was going to give him some of the money, and he turned it down. So sometimes it's better just to get a little bit at a time than to try to get all of it one time. A little bit's a starting point. I don't get where they can blame it on the Democrats or the Republicans because when the Republicans had the House, they still didn't get anything done. It's not the Democrats, it's both of them. Put the blame where it belongs, it's both parties. Yeah, they do. The cold does suck down the battery for sure. I lived up north, probably up as north as Gray Man is. I lived in North Dakota where we had to put tank heaters on our cars to keep them warm enough to crank in the morning. Gray Man probably has them on all of his vehicles. I know when I had my pickup up in North Dakota, I always had a tank heater on it. That's right. I agree with that, gray man. The ones that have been in there too long. Reprogramming, yes, because all that stuff gets in the way on those new cars. It's like I said, I was talking about the battery on my girlfriend's car. It was hard to get to. Then when I got the top off of it and was looking at it, it was like, holy cow! How much more stuff can they add to the battery? I shouldn't be buffering. I'm doing good on CPUs. I have been basically running the same CPUs the whole stream. You know what? They make cars anymore that are just not worth anything. They call them throwaway cars. You drive them for 5, 6, 7 years and you get a new one. They don't care if they last 10 or 20 or 30 years anymore. Absolutely, we do need term limits, gray man, because they get too comfortable in there. Yep, I figure another election cycle, probably not the 2021, but maybe by 2024 or 2028, I'll be dead by then. But hopefully, by then those folks will have retired. We'll have a bunch in there that actually want to do make some changes in the right direction. That's true. I mean, there's people on both sides of the aisle that just aren't really doing their job for the country. They got their own self interests going. I remember the days where they just got shit done. Oh no, I thought you left. You're one to talk over there, who pulls the cat. I'm glad you're still poking your head in, Hooples. You guys remember that you guys hired a president too. Multimillionaires, hell, gazillionaires. They go in poor, come out rich. That's why those guys want to be politicians, so they can go in there and get some of that good lobbying money. Get them to vote the right direction, you know. Here, vote for this. Here's a little something for your time. I think the whole world got a bunch of losers this time around. Yep, that's what the lobbyists are, Walker. Special interest groups. The lobbyers, the ones that go up there to change. Only thing is, they're changing the wrong thing. Isn't that something, huh, Bullfrog, Uncle Al? Still fighting over that one position in, what state is that? Massachusetts, New Hampshire, somewhere over there on the East Coast. North Carolina, maybe. You just now seeing he came back, Kalen? All right. Practicing, yep. Practice makes perfect. Yeah, one thing for sure is you're never going to make everybody happy all the time. We're all going to agree to disagree, and you're never going to keep anybody happy. Oh, I see a boat out there in that lake. What, you bugged out without the dog? She was probably upset about that. Yep, I agree with you there. The hate, and he causes a lot of hate. Boat was there. Oh, it's there. You just gotta look. It's up there behind the names. I think that's what's floating around out there. I could be mistaken. Walker, I know you're feeling better when you're starting to throw out the jokes. You got the big one yet, Walker? I know you've been sick. See if I can get it going here. There we go. That's Mr. Walker's right there. There you go, Walker. I think they just kind of shifted the hate from one person to another so no one person can get it all. That's my opinion. Oh, you're being hated this week. Oh man, let's make sure that you don't get all of it. Let's give it to Nancy next week. Oh no, let's give it to Chuck. No, wait a minute. Let's give it to Trump. Yay, dear. Who's hungry? Yep, you're right there, Hooples. She probably just gonna be a distraction. I think Bernie's gonna run as a demo. I think he'll run as a Democrat. They're definitely all messed up. Them deer are on the move. Walker must have got a shot off. Go Bernie, that's what Walker says. He's been telling me that for a while now. It could be Beto going against him. He sure is coming up in the ranks there pretty fast. I think you got to be a loser to get on the ticket anymore, Hooples. Yeah, Elizabeth Warren has pretty much launched it out, but she'll be eaten up. She won't last. He's just taco with a fork. Yep, she's a wishy-washy. That's why she'll get chewed up and spit out. Those those skeletons come back to bite you, huh? That's why I could never be a politician. It's all them skeletons I worry about. So it's looking like you're not going to get your deer this year then, huh, Walker? You should have shot that little buck when you had the chance. Yeah, I got too many things in the closet, Hoople. I'd never make it past the primaries. I got too many ghosts in the closet. That's those big rich people's jobs, to try to screw the people, They think they can hide all that garbage, but they can't. We live in a real time world now. What you did 10 minutes ago is aired out now. I think you gotta be pretty dumb to want to run in politics anymore. Maybe you get rid of all those old timers, maybe. All those old guys need to go and try to get some fresh blood going in there. Real time but fake, huh? Yeah, some of it is. Kirk Miller. How you doing, bud? Welcome to the live stream. Irish Mama, hey, how you doing? I didn't see you. We got about 15 minutes left, you guys. That's right, you guys. If you don't know each other, check each other out. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you want to donate to the channel, that'd be cool as well. You'll find all that stuff on the front page out here if you need to know any information. Go Seahawks next year. I'm doing pretty good, Mama. Thanks for asking. All right, Hoopos, thanks for coming by again, buddy. I'll see you out there on the tube, I know. Good seeing you, my friend. Let's see what we haven't done yet here. Oh, we haven't done this one, I don't think. There we go. We'll close out with that one right there. Well, you ran for politics before, Gray Man? I didn't know Good job, Thomas. Mike Walker, he's a good guy to get to know. That was a nail-biting game, you know it? I didn't really get to watch a lot of it because I had a live stream, but man, it was a back and forth game for sure. It doesn't seem to matter anymore, old man. It seems like they can have whatever they want in their closets, that they can just buy themselves out of it. Doesn't have to be a requirement to be squeaky clean anymore. Will for the house. Yeah, I'd be in trouble there from day one, Uncle. Well, that's funny, Gray Man, because all those people that are in Congress and the Senate, they say the same thing, that they're the people's champ. Yep, it's gonna be like Rome. It keeps going. We're gonna come down on top of ourselves. Hey, okay, how you doing? Catching us at the last minute. Perfect timing. Whew. Alright, you guys, let's get her wrapped up here. And I tell you guys, I'll be on again tomorrow night. Be on the rest of the week until I have my day off on Sunday. I'll be on tomorrow night around 8 o'clock. And then I'll be on Friday about 9 o'clock. That's all Central Time, you guys. Oh no, you got in a wreck? I'm so sorry, you guys. I did catch up to that, right? Yeah, let me get here. So are you alright from the wreck? She ran a red light and T-boned me, okay. Hope you're okay. Get some rest. Thanks for coming in real quick. Appreciate that. Exactly, Uncle. Be there, be square. I'll see you guys out there on the tube. Because I have the green screen on, I'll be turning it off and it'll stay running for a few minutes if you guys want to visit. I have to give it time to render over to YouTube, so if you guys want to talk for a few more minutes, feel free. If not, I'll just see you guys out there and I'll talk to you tomorrow night.